Hi book friends, I'm Erin, and this is Erin Go Read. This is my March TBR. This is going up a little bit late, but that's okay. I've been doing some business travel. So let's get on started. I'm going to start with two nonfiction books. The first is a book that was in last month's TBR. I've only made kind of like a quarter dent in this. This is Brainwashed by Austin and David Perlmutter. It's basically about how our food and technology have kind of changed our brain in that it changes the way that we think, and that can be used kind of against us in marketing and getting us to continue to consume those products. And then ultimately he has kind of like a detox solution for how to kind of get the control back over those elements of your life. And then next up we have a book. I have a couple in real life recommendations for this, and this is Traction by Gino Wickman. And this is I don't really know much about this other than a couple different people who I look up to business-wise recommended this for me, so nonfiction, business-related things. Now we get into the fiction, the real fun stuff. Rachel at Rachel Marie's Book Journey and some other ladies are hosting the Cosmere-a-thon. That is reading Brandon Sanderson's like Mistborn books. And they're starting with Elantris. And I got this is the UK editions where all the spines are white and they're beautiful. So this is the first book they're going to read. Rachel has done a ton of research into like the different orders that you can read the books in. I always thought that Final Empire, is that what it's called? I think that's technically the first Mistborn book, but in the Cosmere, Brandon Sanderson's universe where Mistborn takes place, this is the book that they're going to start with, so I'm going to go with it. It's a bit of a chunker. Hang on, dog needs to go out. And then it is middle grade March, so I'm going to throw a couple middle grade books in here. I read The Magician's Nephew, the first book in the Chronicles of Narnia, I think in January, and I want to continue on with the series, so I will be rereading The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Previously to reading The Magician's Nephew, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe was the only one that I had read, and I'd probably read it, I don't know, 3 or 4 times in my life when I was younger. I'm excited to get back into this book after now having the background knowledge from The Magician's Nephew. And then both a middle grade book and a kind of a read-along with Kate Howe is The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. And this is a Barnes & Noble edition, I believe. Beautiful end papers here, gilded edges. So The Secret Garden is a book. So I don't remember if I read this or not. I have a very clear picture in my head of a scene at like a window overlooking the garden, and I think this was from the movie. So I don't know if I ever read it or the vision I have in my head is just from the movie. But all I remember is like a frail, sickly boy and then a girl. And seeing him as this like weakling, and then I think she kind of helps to toughen him up a little bit, and they go out and play and discover the secret garden. I could be completely wrong. That's just my memory from back when I was a kid. And then a book that is going to be the first continuation in my Down the Rabbit Hole with Alice adventure book project. I didn't get to this month. I'm going to do A Blade So Black by L.L. McKinney. And so originally the book I was going to read next was In an Absent Dream by Shauna McGuire. But then I saw that Barnes & Noble, I think it was, did this essentially blackface of books. So they took, for Black History Month, they took a bunch of classics and redid, like it made new covers using black characters, which is, it's blackface for books. Who thought that was going to be a good idea? So essentially I heard of that, and I heard that this is kind of an Alice retelling with a black female main character, and so I'm going to read that, and then maybe I'll do it In an Absent Dream next. We'll see where this one takes me. I also have 3 BookTube Prize books. Those will be the priority because the end of March is the deadline for the first round of the BookTube Prize, which is super exciting. So these are the books that I plan to read in March. Let me know if you've read any of these books or if you plan to read any of these soon. Thank you for watching. See you around the tubes.